What's good? What's happening? What's cracking, everybody? It's your boy Kiji, and I am back with another video. Today we have Speedster Roleplay, one of the newest superhero games on Roblox. I've been playing it for the past couple days. I'm really liking it, and I really see the potential with this game being really cool and really fun going forward. So, what this game is about, it's very similar to the Flashpoint game, if you guys have ever played that on Roblox, where you basically play as a speedster of your choice, do different like objectives and races. Now, this game is fairly new. There's not too much going on right now. However, the groundwork is laid and the groundwork is strong. So let's jump into it. I'll show you my favorite things about this game, how it works, how you play it, and everything. So first things first, you see these different categories on the screen here. They got super speed, flight, got strength, swinging, and then the game pass category. Now super speed is what you expect it to be. It is the speedsters. It's the Flash, Quicksilver, A-Train, Red Rush, even Speed of Sound Sonic from One Punch Man. Now this plays traditionally how you would think it would go. You play the speedster, you press control to activate your speed. Now you can press hold Q to increase your speed, run a lot faster until it maxes out. Now currently there is no the XP system only modifies your health, so when you level up and get higher levels, your health, you get more health. For now though, to get more speed, you would just have to like play the game, buy game passes, and there's like, it's like a set speed for pretty much all the same characters. So really you're just, the big differences are the actual skin itself and the trail. So each speedster has their own trail. So not all the flashes have lightning, because some of the flashes didn't really have a lightning aura. It was just like a blur of speed. And of course, like A-Train doesn't have lightning, Red Rush doesn't have lightning. So it's the aesthetic differences are kind of the big thing with the speedsters. Now there are enemies that will pop up around the city, crimes that you can run up to and stop. It's fairly simple. You get in, you fight, you get out, you get XP, you get money. There currently isn't a use for money, but that will be on the way soon. One thing I do really like about this, like I said, is animations, and mechanically this game is really fun. So you can wall run. If you're flying through the city like this, they have like animations to like seamlessly go between one another. So if you were to bump into a tree or bump into like a ledge or a light fixture, you'll like automatically zip off of it while doing an animation, like flipping over it. Okay. Currently waiting for a crime to spawn. Now, oh, yeah, perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and go this way. Now there are just basic enemies in, and there's like they vary in group style. One thing I do like is the UI for their health. It reminds me of the Lego games, the hearts that they have above their health. Let's see. And you can of course still use your super speed to fight and get in and get out like that. Okay, now speedsters, I would say, are fairly like, this is kind of like the default class. Not to say that they're the fastest. They're speedsters. They feel like they should be. You can also, like I said, run up walls, but you can also phase through walls. So if you just want to run through the city without touching anything, you just hold Z and just do your speedster phase through everything, which is really sick. So one cool thing about speedsters, so they have basic combos, but they also have like a speed punch. So if you're running up on an enemy and you just click, you'll automatically zip to them and punch them with a little bit more impact. I'm not sure if it does a little bit, if it does more damage. It might. I'm not 100% sure, but it does still have like a more of a oomph to it, like more of a impact to like the attack that you're doing. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the next class. I think I'm going to go through each one just to show all the differences from what they have, at least for like this starting part. Next class is the flight class. Now, as you see here, it's not as many flight characters as there are speed characters. Now, one thing about flight characters, flight characters don't have any special attacks as of right now. There is a big update coming that it will like not overhaul the game, but add a lot more features and content to the game. But as of right now, flight, it's flyers. Same thing with speed. You hold E to increase your speed. You see the speedometer going up higher and higher and higher. Now you can still fight. You don't have that like speed punch that I was doing. So you know, it's really, honestly, right now it's just the template for a flyer. Like, this is Superman, but he doesn't do like increased damage. He doesn't do he doesn't have any of his moves as of right now. But like I said, that big update's coming soon, and that will add a lot to the game. Now, one cool thing about flyers that no other class can do, I feel like this is something that the devs kind of tapped into with these classes here, that they all have their strengths and weaknesses, their specialties and stuff. So flyers can actually go to space. Now, as of right now, I don't believe there's anything to do in space, but it is pretty cool that you can just do this. Now, another cool thing about this, I have gotten to the point to where I have like glitched. Like, I was playing as the Flash, and I glitched myself to where I'm flying super high, super fast. Like, that, you know, like all games have glitches. So there's like a little speed glitch. I don't know how to replicate it yet, but you can move really far, really fast. However, even though I would be up here in space where like I actually am right now, it would still appear that I was on Earth. So I believe that the only class that can actually go to space, like that can leave the atmosphere and go to space, are the flyers. Like, even like I said, I've been up this high, I've been up way higher than this as a speedster, but I was still just on Earth. Like, it looked just like this. So the devs are really talented at pulling stuff like that together, I guess. And that's, I don't know, I think that's something really cool. As somebody who's been playing games for a while and has noticed like the small things, has even worked on some Roblox games, I think that's a really cool feature. As of right, like I said, as of right now, flyers are not super complicated. They can fly pretty fast. I can boost, go even faster, land here, get into this fight. It's just one guy though, so I'm just, all right, on to the next class. Now this is the smallest class of right now. This is the strength class. You can play as the Incredible Hulk. The Hulk, I would say, has one of the more fun movesets. So as you can see right now, I'm bounding through this city, super jumping through this city, picking up lots of speed. He doesn't have an actual speedometer, but you see that bar on the bottom of the screen, that is my jump meter. So if I hold space, it stores the jump, and whenever I hit the ground, I'll take off again. Now there's different ways to do this. You can charge it all the way up and get the maximum distance, which is probably like for the best in most cases, but you can kind of mix it up. So if I want to do, let me stop. Okay, so if I want to do this, charge it up a little bit and do small jump, I could. So that way you can like kind of temper your speed. You can choose how much you want to speed up. Now turns will lose you momentum, so you got to kind of be careful with how you're, oh, see, I hit that tree and I lost all my momentum, but it's fine. You got to be careful with how you are traversing the city if you want to get it done well and done right. Let me see here, so I can go here. Now the Hulk, unlike the Flash and unlike the, oh, did they kill him already? Okay, well, I have to wait till another crime. But the Hulk, unlike the Flash and unlike the Flyers, he has another attack. He has an extra attack. It is called the Super Punch. And it's exactly what it sounds like, a super powerful punch that sends enemies flying super far and basically kills them in 1 to 2 shots. Basically just one shot them. Even if it's like a group of like 5 guys, if you hit them in the right spot, they'll all die, right? So let me just wait for another crime to start, and then I'll show off what that Super Punch does. All right, we got a new crime. Perfect, I'm on my way. Now you see I'm flying through this city. This is great. I love how this super jump works. All right, let me see if I can get a good Super Punch off. Boom! All right, yeah, see, they're flying, they're dead, and there's one left who survived, but the Super Punch has a pretty good cooldown, so I can just, boom, he's dead. See, he's all the way over there. And then you see the kind of like the destruction that arises when you like do that punch. It's like physical, like you can actually stand on this. So that's, I don't know, I think that's just really good, really cool and really fun game. I don't like that a lot. One thing I would like to see is if like the light characters like Superman and Omni-Man, all the super strong characters who can fly, if they had the Super Punch as well, I feel like that would like mix things up a lot instead of them just having this flight. I think that. All right, so this is the strength class. Like I said, Hulk is the only character in this right now, but I'm sure they're going to add more in the future. Let's go on to the next one. All right, last but not least, we have the swinging class. Now, as you can see, it's all Spider-Man. Of course, there are more characters in fiction that web swing, but the most popular ones are Spider-Man. I believe I'm going to use, let me use the Ultimate Spider-Man skin. I like this one a lot. I kind of like the cel-shaded like style of the, so Spider-Man. He doesn't have any extra abilities like he doesn't have phase. He doesn't have a wall run currently, but I believe they might be adding one in the future, a wall crawl. But he can web swing. So Spider-Man, I would say, has the most difficult movement out of the couple. His combat's the same. He has the same basic attack combo as everybody else. Which is like, you know, the point of this game isn't necessarily the combat just yet. It's more so how the characters move and interact with the environment, how they move through the environment. And you can see I was swinging a little bit with Spider-Man. So if you were to just press Q, which is your web zip button, you can use this to get a little bit of distance, but that is not your main method of traversal. Okay, your main method is going to be your web swing, and that's going to be on E. You gotta get a little air. Now, if I were to just do it like this, I'm not going to get any speed. You can't just, you know what I'm saying, you won't be able to just swing into it. There's a little bit more thought that you have to put behind it, which I kind of like because it's very rewarding. So how I do it at least. Let me go into shift lock. First you do a web zip, and then swing, and web zip, and then swing. Oop, I hit a tree. If I can get it right. Web zip, swing. As long as you have enough air. Oh, there's the mission. I'm gonna skip that for now, just so I can show you the swing. Web zip, swing. Web zip, swing. Now, once you have enough air like this, you don't really need to do the web zips anymore. You can kind of just swing on your own. You pick up a lot of speed momentum from just free falling. So you can use that. You see how much speed I just picked up from that. And then now you can still web zip if you like. It does help to stay in the air, but you don't have to. Now if you're ever feeling like you want to land somewhere and you're going too fast, if you just attack midair, you stop all your momentum. But as long as you're high enough, you can get it right back. Now for Spider-Man, if you're gonna want to play Spider-Man, if you like playing Spider-Man, how I recommend playing him, at least to get his movement done correctly. Let me see if I can get a good example of this. At least to get his movement done correctly. Oops. I'm saying that as I'm talking and falling around like a goofball. All right. What? Okay, I thought a web came out. All right, let me see if I can get back up there. And there might be an easier way to do this. This is just how I learned. This is how I just taught myself to consistently get up high and get air. And I think I like it. It's like momentum based, kind of like the old Spider-Man games, like Spider-Man 2 or Ultimate Spider-Man. If any of you guys are old enough to remember those games or played those before, it's kind of momentum based. So I kind of like how it's not like on rails. You gotta actually keep the momentum up and actually make you feel like Spider-Man. Goodness gracious, I'm doing all this talking and I haven't landed on the building yet. Now you know how I said like getting air is vital, right? When you're playing as Spider-Man, like when you're just like in between missions, you can just swing around, run around. If you're just swinging, of course you're already in the motion, you're already swinging. So if there's a mission that pops up and you want to get there, you're already moving. But if you're just chilling, if you're AFK or whatever, I recommend just chilling on top of a building. And that way you can always be in a position to start swinging. I'm already zoom. I'm already almost there. Already halfway across the city. So, and that's kind of the case for like these characters. So the way the classes work, like I said, combat is not like the forefront of this game as of right now. There are some big updates coming that will probably change that a little bit. Not to say that the motion will not be important or the locomotion won't be important, but in this game right now, it's the movement that is the main factor. How you're moving as these characters. And you can just tell from the way it's designed. That being said, somebody like Spider-Man, like I said, you want to be on top of the buildings, right? The Flash or the Speedsters would have the most like varied options for their movement. So you could be anywhere as a Speedster and you can take off anywhere. You can jump buildings, you can wall run, you can phase through everything. Like you can be anywhere. For the Hulk, it's best as long as your feet are touching the ground somewhere. Even if it's a building that's like slanted, I've gotten into like little chains to where I'm bouncing from building to building like the Hulk, just because my feet were able to plant themselves on the building. Now, for like I said, Spider-Man, Spider People, the swingers, you want to be, or the web swingers, you want to be on a building to where you're automatically getting air. And then for the flyers, so you have to like restart your flight speed every time you stop flying. So every time you press like control and toggle off your flight, you have to get that speed back. So I would say for flyers, the whole thing is staying in the air. So like make sure you're not turning off that flight speed on your own, or detoggling your flight speed. That way you can keep maximum speed, get to missions as quick as possible, get the XP, get the money, and get out. I don't know. I just feel like I was yapping while I was web swinging, but yeah, this is Speedster Roleplay. I will be dropping another video on the update coming soon. I'm probably going to post it on my main channel, so keep an eye out for that. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. And Keating, I'll see you guys later. Peace.